Hi guys, this is Crazy Monkey here. Today we are going to look at some trading concepts, guys. The reason why I did this video is merely to show you guys how I do my trading. I'm not going to tell you how to trade, I'm just going to tell you how I do my trading, and that has been working for me for many years. Yeah, so the first thing we are going to look at is the trading strategy. I trade only short to medium term, which means I'm not a day trader. I don't sit in front of a computer the whole day. I don't trade for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I look at the graph, see, okay, this is what's going to happen. Then I place my trade in for the next week or 5 days or 2 weeks. I don't bother. I don't check my I don't look at it, and then after that I come and say, so that is my trading strategy. I know you have something different, or other people might have something better. That's fine. There's no problem there. It's just how I trade. Also, one thing that I do, I trade unleveraged shares. Yeah, so I'm doing unleveraged. I don't trade CFDs. I do not trade. I do not trade CFDs. I do not trade currencies, cryptocurrencies. I only trade shares on the stock exchange, and it can only go up. If it goes down, I'm losing money. Yeah, so that's all I do. Yeah, and the second point is the second point. I'm trading only shares on the JSE, in the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Uh, uh, these shares are the top 100 companies of the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. That's because I am in South Africa. Yeah, it's my country share stock exchange. Yeah, but whatever is said is relevant to whatever stock exchange there is in the world. You know, even if you are in wherever in the world you want to trade Apple, and as long as you have those companies ticker symbols or the codes in there, yeah, then it can be applied as well. There's no problem there. So I trade only shares on the JXC ticker. They are unleveraged, and I trade medium to short term. Yeah. I don't use any apps from brokerage firms. I don't use any other fancy apps and things. I'm going to tell you why, just for a moment, why I don't do that. So I use only a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet that I'm using is numbers. Yeah, I'm using only a spreadsheet. Obviously, the numbers spreadsheet, it can be any spreadsheet. It doesn't have to be in numbers. It can be Excel, Quattro Pro, whatever. As long as you can get the same information and manipulate it the way you want it. Yeah, that's the purpose of a spreadsheet. Yeah. So this spreadsheet basically just gives me the data. The only thing that I'm getting from outside are the data. There is the data, the prices. That's it. The prices of the companies, of these companies here. This companies here. That's the only thing that I'm getting there. From there, the spreadsheet manipulates this data, manipulates it, and to give me the current view of what's happening in the market, and it gives me forecasts. That's what I'm doing. So this manipulation here, together with this prices, gives me this here. So in my spreadsheet I will have a watch list. I will have watch list there. This watch list consists of two watch lists. One is for the top 40, for the top 40, and the other one is the top one. So basically what I did, I took the top, because the top 40 companies are also in the top 100. I made a spreadsheet for the top 40, and I made another spreadsheet for another sheet for this other 60. Together they give you the top 100 companies. But I'm trading mostly this. I can, if I want to trade this, but mostly I'm trading this. That's the reason why I'm doing so. From my watch list, we'll have a look at it now. Then I gives me graphs of these companies, and from them my portfolio reflect now what I bought, what I purchased, how many did I buy, and how my current standing is. The schedule, this one I will explain what the schedule. My schedule is basically a forecast of what I want to be, where I want to be end of this year. So it gives me my growth that I must achieve. Basically, that's my own target that I'm setting to myself. But I will look at it in your data. Your data is basically all these sheets coming together. They're using this now as per so this, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at the spreadsheet too. So you can see now, this is my spreadsheet. Here it is. So there is my spreadsheet. Let's close this one. There it is. Share trading. Yeah. So like I said, this is my, let's look at the tips on top first. Yeah, this is my watch list. This first watch list consists now of the top 40 companies in the stock exchange. This one is the top 60, the other 60 now which make up the top 100. This is my portfolio, and this one here, this is my schedule that I explained. This is the data. Now let's look at what data is now. The data is now, it takes the sticker symbol of the company and it gives me the date. Now this is 1 year's data. You can see 29th of January 2021. So this is answer. So every day it will update. It will stay 1 year. It will stay 1 year. There's formulas in and everything, and there's the prices. These prices I get now from Google, YouTube, Yahoo, wherever, So yeah, that's the only thing I'm getting from the outside. Then it gives me my moving averages. These three are moving averages here. As you can see, 10 days, 20 days, 50 days. You can define your own moving averages. There's nothing that says you must use this many days or that many days. It's just some standards that people use, but whatever you are comfortable with is fine. So this is the price that I bought it on. It was written now from my portfolio. I bought it that price and put that in, give me a straight line on my graph. This is also the target. It does the same thing. Now let's look at now you know the data that is using. This data here is being used by the watch list here. So this watch list here, this is using that data. I type in the company number, this number 13, it comes here. It takes it from here, 13 there. You can see Goldfields, and it knows it's that company. Goldfields is being read here by data, and it's put in here. Sorry, it's been put in here. There it is, and it gives me that prices for the whole year of that company. So let's go back here, and it gives me the graph. There you can see a nice graph for the whole year of this particular company. These three colored lines, these are the moving averages. The pinkish one, that is the 10 days, the blue one 20 days, and the other one the 50-day moving average. Like I said, you can define your own moving averages. Moving averages just to give you direction and maybe entry and exit points. Yeah, but yeah, you do find it based on how you feel, your trading appetite. Yeah, so this is what is happening here. So this graph is the information for this data. The data is received from this data sheet here. So going further here, you see this is my first watch list. This is the top 40. The second one, this watch list plus, this is now the other 60. Together they give you the top 100 companies on the stock exchange. Yeah, also very same information. Also the price of that particular company together with its moving averages. Yeah, and there you have it. Now let's look further here. What I did here. Here you can see this is almost 2 weeks data here that I put in here, and this is just to get my signals. Like I said, remember here I said here we're going to do some forecasting here. Yeah, current view, we know a current view, it gives us our graph and everything. So some forecasting, everything, forecasting, get it from the graph, and you can get it from this spreadsheet here. Like I said, here it gives me long, short, it tells me how the market is now. So I can look, for instance, and say, yeah, this thing has been down for the whole many days, maybe 2-3 weeks, and suddenly it gives me a long, and I can go long now. Then I know, the tide is turning now. The trend is turning, then I can take it now. You see, this is what I mean by forecasting. This is just some simple prices that I put in based on my spreadsheet, based on my portfolio. To say, it gives me just a rough indication how my current purchases is doing. You can see this one down 22%. Yeah, the markets are down at the moment, but that is fine. You can see this one is up, that one's a little bit down, this one, not too bad, I'd say. Yeah, so this sheet is basically the top 40 companies here, together with a little bit of forecasting signals that I'm using here to make a decision. This is just some comments that I write to myself here, comments and how my shares are performing at the moment. This isn't a complete portfolio, but yeah, you see now, and it gives me the graph. I can type in any number in here, any number from here, and it will give me the graph of that company. This one does the same thing. This is now the top 60 companies, remember? Said the second watch list is the top 60 companies that's remaining of the top 100. It doesn't have that forecasting and stuff. I can do that, but I'm not really don't trade this other 60 so much. I'm more concerned with the top 40. Why do I trade the top 40? Because those companies are very all the big players are trading those companies. You won't have trouble buying or selling shares in these companies. It's not that much volatile. It's very big companies. You know for a fact those companies won't go out of business tomorrow, and yeah, so relatively safe. Guaranteed growth companies. The people managing those companies are good. So yeah, you can see here. And they are very resilient in the face of economic catastrophes and all those things. Those companies have been here for hundreds of years. So I'm happy with those. So this is my graph from the other 60. Let's look at the portfolio. My portfolio. We are in portfolio there. We are at portfolio now. Then we look schedule and then data. Okay, so let's go there. So my portfolio, basically my current portfolio, current shares that's open, current transactions that are open here. So these are my companies that I have open. I bought those. Here you can see the names of the companies. Like I say, if you have the number of your company, you can basically do whatever stock exchange. It will give you that information. Unfortunately, for our sake, we can only get the daily closing data, closing price of the companies. I'd like to have the intradays, maybe every half an hour and things. Then I can maybe trade daily, it depends. But for now, I'm happy. So this is the day that I purchased those shares. This is the number of shares that I purchased. This is the unit price per share, and this is now my total that I spent. So you can see I actually have now about 70 grand in the stock exchange here. My target is 3% per week, but we will get there. I'll show you why I'm doing that, because I'm not that greedy. I don't try to make 100,000 rands today, and no, I'm very conservative. Take my time with these things, So these are 3%. My current price, these are now the current price of those things that I bought, and there you can see currently it is worth now 66,000 rand. It came down a little bit from that 70 to 66, came down. Why? Because of this thing you can see here. This not so much, but this one whole 22% down, you can see. So it was 17,700, now it's 13,000. You can see, a lot of 4,000 rand down that I'm losing. But it's not too much compared to 70. It's not even 10%, as you can see. So I'm down. I'm down 6.55%. So it's a lot, but I will recover. The market will improve. This one here is just my previous holdings that I had. You can see here. And this is what they brought me in. This one brought me in, went down -7%. This one 6, this one 3. Okay, so this is my portfolio. This is how I keep track of what I'm buying and selling. You might have a different system. You might have some fancy brokerage stuff, or yours might be very more minimalistic than mine, which is okay as long as your system works for you. It's fine. My schedule. Let's go to the schedule. We are here now relative to schedule. We are looking at schedule there. We are looking at that one. Okay. So I said now I'm going to trade every week for the whole year. So you can see I set my period in weeks. I started there on the 10th of January, and every week the date is there. Okay, so now I said this is going to give me 51 weeks. Okay, so now I'm saying if I start with this amount, there it is, I'm starting, I'm making 3% of this. There's my interest, together gives me this. So end of the week I must have this. If I so here, this column here is basically my actual. So I started with this and my actual amount was that. As you can see, this column here gives me now the 3% of my actual. Yeah, this is still planned. This is still just the forecast here. These two will be my actuals here. So you can see I did well on my first week. The second week not so good, and this week also not so good because it's already 66 grand. Market went down, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So this is one. So if I keep this up, 3%, 3%, 3%, 3% weekly, you can see at the end of the year, that last week of the year, it will give me about 311,000. I know things doesn't go. If you plot this, you will get some kind of exponential curve sloping upwards to the right. At the moment here, I went up a bit better than the curve here, and now I'm doing a lot worse off now. But yeah, there's life. Nothing life is straight point is per plan. But you know, the stock exchange is very forgiving. It gives you a lot of chances all over. There's always shares is going to rise, and even if a down cycle, it will come back again because it's called a cycle. You know, so I'm confident that yeah, we still got a long way to go. We are now in our third week. You know, so yeah, there's still many weeks left. I will get there. But you guys will go with me. We will travel this road together and see. And maybe you can also keep track of yours the same way I do. I guess it's better to have a system to look after yourself, to look at your money, to see than to just go ahead and trading aimlessly, you know. So this is what I do. This is how I keep track of my stuff. You might have something else. There might be something better. Yeah, that is fine. That's okay. But this works for me. As long as what you are doing works for you. 100%. Guys, this is all I'm sharing with you today. The last one is the data, but that we covered already. So this is what I'm doing. This is mine, and yeah. Guys, I hope you are okay. Keep well till next time. Thank you very much.